Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me. Vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee, and I approve this message. Thank you. Howdy, folks. Wow. We always do the warm-up, and I test the mics and all that wonderful stuff, and everything works great. And then I don't know what it is, but just before I get ready to, I think it actually has to do with the live studio thing with YouTube, because every time I fire that thing up, boom, I start having problems with all my buttons and they quit working again. So let me just go ahead and bring in none other than the infamous and famous in his own mind, Mr. Mel Koch. Let me bring you in here. There we go. All right.
Hey, 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 hey. What's shaking?
Well, I'll tell you what's not is a friggin' Stream Deck, and it's got to be every time I go over to the it apparently is the new YouTube streaming service. Whenever you go to that part, for some reason, when it starts streaming, it just quits working. I don't know what's going on. I have not figured it out. Because, we just tested it a few minutes ago. Everything worked fine.
Yeah,
And
but you weren't live yet.
No, I wasn't live. As soon as I go live, well, actually, I was just bringing it up so I could get ready to go live. And it wouldn't, the buttons quit working and everything. I mean, it's just, I unplugged it, plugged it back in, nothing, So,
wow.
I have to do it the old way. I'll just do it the way we've been doing it. So, anyways.
That's right.
So, how's your day been?
It. Man, my day was busy.
So what all sorts of new and exciting things are going on with you?
Well, I'm progressing in my new job, and
okay.
They sent me to Van Buren, so tomorrow I start down there.
Oh, okay.
So no more 150-mile round trip drive to work.
Oh, that'll be nice, won't it? Yay! Yeah.
Yeah,
so
man. I'll tell you what.
How far you got to go now?
It takes me 10 or 15 minutes to get there. 20 tops.
Okay, good. Yeah, let me do a little housekeeping.
Hello, everybody in chat. Hello.
Yeah, let me start saying hi to everybody. Let's start at the top. We got Palladian Scientist. We got Thunderbird 6, Artco Drone Solutions, Steve Mack, Jeff Ellenberger, Chris Hope is in the house. Let's see who else we got here. Artco, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Help at Home Jim. Glad you could make it to one of my shows, Jim. And let's see. Who else we got here Drone Life RC. Hello, glad you made it. And let's see. Oh, Jody Drone shots. Yep, yep. And none other than the famous Claude, Drone Effects with Claude. Glad you're here, Claude. I
Hello,
appreciate you
Claude.
dropping in.
Hello, Jeff.
And let's see, who else have we missed?
Don't mind me, Lloyd. I'll just talk over you.
Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I do you that way all the time. So
I'm just saying hi to your fans.
yeah, well, that's okay. They're yours too, part of them. Actually, all of them probably. Just about as many more people subscribe to you, but I got more. What are you doing?
Trying to make it look like Chris Hopes.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh, hush.
He's younger than you. You got a lot more. You got a lot more gray in yours than he does his. Yeah, I did,
I've earned
Art. I'll fess up right now.
See what
I
you get
did.
to look forward to?
Yeah. Tim Robinson. Oh my God, is that who I think it is? Yes,
I don't know, but he's calling you a grumpy old bugger.
that's Tim Robinson. My God, I haven't seen you in forever. Me and Mitch were just talking about you the other day. Last week.
Speaking of Mitch, there he is.
Speaking of Mitch, hey Mitch, Tim Robinson is in the chat. So, and let me not forget Jim Wallace, who does my signs and did my hat and, stuff like that. And I'll fess up to Art right now. I did have a family thing. What it was the extension of my Christmas present from my son. It was.
Use any excuse you want, Lloyd.
Yeah, that's it. That's where I went yesterday. I went to see
Star
this.
Wars 42?
It's 42nd year, and it's really cool. If you haven't seen it, I won't tell you, but there's some really good Easter eggs that have to do with this number. You'll see it if you watch it. But
so go see the movie, folks.
Go see the movie, yeah. But he was supposed to have taken me before the weekend, and then he didn't do it, and he forgot. So I texted him, and he says, "We're going Sunday, Dad, at 1:00." It's like, I knew it was a 2.5, almost 3-hour movie, so I wasn't going to be able to be back. And so Art, I apologize. I bailed on you, but I did give you a heads up. I sure wished I had watched or got to be part of your show, because that sounds like a sharp young lady that you had on there. Or
Yes,
to me,
it was.
everybody's
I
young.
watched part of it.
Did you? Yeah.
As much as I could. Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah. Everybody has, Tim, I am so glad to see you on here. But for those that you don't know Tim, this guy has a cast iron stomach. He ate like 6 teaspoons of ghost chili pepper sauce, and didn't even drink anything for like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. It's like, I think that's why he hasn't been on since, because it about killed him.
He's a BAMF.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Anybody that would eat that stuff like that, yeah. And that's how
Good
Mitch and
evening,
I
Rick.
got to know each other, because we started cracking one-liners and pushing the sound effects buttons because of the After Effects. He was, and I hadn't seen him much since then, so I'm glad to see he's back. But anyways, so today we had to go up. It's been 2 months since we had that cancer scare with Judy, and it'd been 2 months, so it was time they wanted to do a checkup on her. So she went up today to have her CT, and so
she went and got the CT done, and you'll get the results sometime
Friday.
maybe later this week.
Yeah,
Oh,
Friday.
will it be Friday?
Yeah, it'll be Friday. It'll be Friday. So, but yeah.
Hello, Doug. Yeah.
But
well, that's good.
yeah, it's we think it's going to be okay. Because they said last time it was pneumonia. So this should be, hopefully she's over the pneumonia. We'll find out. She's still coughing
It'll be
pretty.
mostly cleared up, if not completely.
Yeah, if not completely.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
But she goes and sees a regular doctor tomorrow, so we may actually find something out tomorrow. But we see her oncologist on
Good news.
Friday. So yeah, so I was up there and then had to come back and get the show set up, and I still don't know why the buttons don't work. You know, the last time this happened, just after the show was over, they started working again. So I'm going to have to start testing.
But you turned off Zoom. Last time you think Zoom was involved with it. Because then when you turned off Zoom, everything started working again. Hello, Steve. Remember?
Oh, yeah. But I don't have Zoom on now. That's the whole thing.
I know.
So
I know.
I don't know what's causing the problem. And I'm sitting there, says, yeah, Judy's okay. We just, about 2 months ago, a spot showed up on her lung, and they told her that the regular doctor's nurse called and says, well, yeah, it looks like cancer's back. And it scared the bejeebus out of us, but it turned out it was pneumonia, which still isn't good in somebody who's 70, almost 71 years old. You know, matter of fact, she'll be 71 this month. So, yeah, it's still not good, but it's better than the alternative. So I'm still trying. Somebody's saying I need to join the 20th century or the 2020s. Is there something on my, see, this is what happens when I can't even do the squirrel right now. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, hey, look, a squirrel.
Yeah, there we go. There's a squirrel. I can do it that way. I do have my overlays saved, so, yeah. Anyways. This is similar to the setup that I used for New Year's, and so this is I kind of like this setup. It's a little. Oh, there's Tater Rogers. Welcome. Rick Halbert's in the house too. All right, yeah, squirrels. So, anyways, yeah. It's been one of those kind of days, so I was on a dead run, and I don't know why my Stream Deck is messing up, but it is. So
You got that squirrel again? Where's that squirrel at? I'm gonna try and run him off.
You gonna try and run him
off? Yeah.
Let's see. There he is. There you go.
Okay, he's grabbing his nut. Now I'm gonna run him off. You ready? See there?
That'll work every time. Yep. So, okay. Yeah. So my buttons aren't working. So
title shows 12/23/19. Did you not change the date on your title?
Oh no, I didn't. You're right. Thank you.
We're going back in time, Mike.
1-
Hello, Bob.
06-20. Yeah, I didn't even see that. So, all right, there we go. Now it's saved. All right. So, is everybody happy? Like I said, I don't know what's going on with this flipping Stream Deck, but it's starting to really, yeah. Y2K V2.0. Hello, Jim.
Send it to me, and I'll see if I can get it working for you.
Send it to you and see if you can get it working. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the mail.
I got a feeling that ain't going to happen.
Yeah. It'll be on the 5th Tuesday of next Monday. Yeah. The 5th Tuesday of next Monday. Yeah. And welcome, video call-in show, Jim. I'm glad you could join. Not quite as polished tonight.
Hello,
because
Jim.
At the last minute, my Stream Deck quit working. Just for no reason. It just quit working.
No, there's a reason. You just have no clue what it is.
Yeah, there is obviously a reason. I just don't have any clue why. It did me this way.
I know why.
Why?
I know why.
Really? Oh my God. Yeah. But,
Hello, Jim. Call-in show. Welcome.
yeah, if you guys want to see a professional show and somebody who has got the patience of Job, you've got to see the
Boy, I'll
video
say.
call-in show. Because, and he does it with a smile the whole time, just staying right
Yeah.
in touch with them, keeping an eye on what's going on, and he occasionally glances down, but he always does it with a smile. There's no way. He is so professional and makes most of us look like hacks,
And in fact, you know what? When I get ready to bust out, you ought to have him come in.
Well, if he's
Jim,
got
would
the
you
time,
like to sit in for a few minutes?
he might
If
be
you
getting
got
ready
the
for
time?
his show, because his show comes on
Yeah,
an
his
hour
show
after
comes
mine
right
does.
after yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but
Tater says Stream Deck picks. Step 1, get hammer. Step 2,
it's
hold
to
down
that
Steam
point.
Deck.
Yeah.
Step 3, smash hand.
That would be about the truth of it. So, yeah. Yeah. But, welcome
Yeah,
Steve
so
Carpenter
the
and
good
Bob
news.
Casey.
Yeah, I said hello to him.
Keto
The good
Kitchens.
news is that he's on hiatus right now, nearly broke an ankle over the weekend. Oh, man.
Ooh.
That
Well,
ain't good.
Yeah, I knew you'd missed a show last week, and so, yeah.
Are you going to miss tonight's show too, Jim, then? Are you going to play a replay or something tonight? But anyway, Lloyd, the good thing about this new getting reassigned now down here where I started out to be working anyway,
Right?
I don't have to get up at 3 a.m. anymore.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
Now I can sleep in.
Okay, yeah. Sleep in
To
a little
4.
bit. Till 4, yeah.
Yeah.
You still got to be in still got to be in at 5. Let's see. Fell off a ladder, 14-inch, sore everywhere. Well,
14 feet.
Oh, 14. Yeah, it does say 14 feet, Dan. I was going to say 14 inches and you're hurt. With me, that would be a problem, but at your age, although he is starting to get a little long in the tooth, too. Not as long in the tooth as I am, or even you, Mel.
He's not a day over 40. He's a whippersnapper.
Yeah, ladder falls.
But ladder falls can be bad.
They can be brutal.
I mean, you can get an ankle caught in a rung or something and
Yep.
be hanging there, and
Yep.
all twisted up and nothing you can do about it.
Yep. I don't get on
Jim,
ladders
I'll give you
unless-
some advice. Jim, I'll give you some advice from an old fat guy, okay? Me. Pay someone else to climb the ladder.
I was going to say, hire somebody to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were probably taking down Christmas decorations, weren't you, Jim? Yeah.
I had to do that. Sonari asked me to take the Christmas lights off the front porch. She said, don't touch my tree, but take the lights off the front porch.
Yeah. Yeah. My tree's still up. Yeah.
56.
56. Wow.
Boy,
He ages well.
makes me feel young or old.
No. Yeah. No, it just makes you look old. Because he's only 4 years younger than you.
Hey,
Look
now.
at the difference.
I know it.
You look as old as me.
If I thought it'd do any good, I'd hit that minus button and mute you, but you can still talk to your folks.
That's right. You can't.
I wouldn't hear you.
You wouldn't hear me, but yeah. Oh, let's see here. You guys recognize that, don't you? Let's see.
That's not the regular ringtone. That's a Skype ringtone.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. There we go.
They're working on his garage door.
There we go.
He
Look who we
busted up
got.
his right side and got 5 stitches in his mouth, Good
Oh,
Lord. What'd y'all do? Go to boxing on the way down off the ladders?
okay. Okay, now we can hear you. I didn't have your sound on.
G'day, g'day.
So,
G'day, g'day.
I just
yeah,
thought I'd call and interrupt and bring a little bit of Australian love to you.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Speaking of,
so nice of you, Greg. So
yeah, w-
kind.
while you're
Are you
here,
are you coughing there, Mel? Are you coughing because of all of the smoke from our country that's reached you?
yeah, let me,
Yes.
guys, let me turn your, I got to turn Mel's sound on now. I muted you, Mel. Hang on a second. I don't have my buttons. There we go. Now your sound is on. Okay.
I looked at that image that you sent me, Greg, in the email, and I thought 95% of them daggone fires are on the coast. How
Yeah.
come they can't use salt water to put them out? I mean, what's the problem? You got more ocean
It's
there than you know what to do with.
yeah. You want to go and bring the pipe for us? Bring a hose?
Yeah.
Well, don't y'all have them water scooping helicopters like we do?
That's what they're doing. But when you've got fires that are 20 kilometres long or bigger,
Right.
you need a
Okay,
hell of a
say
lot
that
of
in
hoses.
English.
Yeah.
What's 20 kilometers? Talk English here, okay?
Kilometers
I
is a
am
little
talking
bit,
English.
yeah.
You're speaking Gaelic.
This is this is this is America, by God. That's what Ken
All
Herron
right.
would say. America.
Anyways, guys, that was the fires that are
But I hate to
raging
see.
over in Australia.
Yeah,
And
that's crazy. You got all them fires going
yeah,
on, Greg.
yeah. So, and for those of you who don't know, this guy over here in the upper screen is Greg from Oz by Drone. So, who normally calls in, but we've started. Well, last week we figured out how to do this, and
Now you got a
it's
new tradition going.
yeah, yeah. He can drop
Yeah.
in, and we get to see him now. So that's another show. If you haven't seen, you got to check it out. It's Friday nights at 6 o'clock Central Time, and the rest of you guys figure out your own friggin' time zone. 'Cause I have
There
enough
you
trouble
go.
keeping track of my own.
It's 11 a.m. for me on Saturday, but that's another
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah. So
The only thing I'll just say before I disappear is anyone who would like to, the Red Cross are doing a bushfire relief fund. So just Google Red Cross Bushfire Relief Australia, and if you want to go and help an Aussie or two, it'd be really appreciated, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah. And I meant to put.
Yep,
I wanted to show the
absolutely.
map because I did have it, but I wanted to put. I'll try to remember to put a link at the end of the show in the description, so that you guys can find it from there. But well, Greg, you got anything exciting coming up this week, or were you still doing the open forum, or what are you doing this week?
It's still open till the end of the month of January. This is my chill time where I don't want to go and prepare a lot. So my show format's pretty open. I will reveal the outcome of Who Done It for those who were there last week.
Ah, yeah.
I did some more researching, and I think I've got a few answers to those questions, so you'll find that out. I might. There's something else I'm planning on doing. I don't know if I'll do it this week or next week, but something else I'll throw in as well. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Greg, there's
All
a
right.
question from Jim
Yeah.
from Video Calling Show. He wants to know is it true that the environmentalists stopped the controlled burning and now that's part of the problem with the fires?
Well, it depends on who you ask, because I was just chatting to a friend of mine a minute ago, and he is on the West Coast.
A greenie,
He's more on the
Okay.
West Coast than me.
a tree
And
hugger.
he made a comment, that they've actually increased the amount of backburning in New South Wales. And I immediately responded, okay, fine. And here's something from the government chief scientist at the CSIRO, which is not about New South Wales. It was talking about Victoria and how they recommended increasing the backburning by 3 or 4 times the amount that they're currently doing. And if they don't, there's going to be a big catastrophe. And what happened? Ba-doom. They didn't do it.
Big
And
catastrophe.
ba-doom.
A big catastrophe, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Now, I don't know. They didn't comment in that about what was required in New South Wales. Maybe even the increases they did in New South Wales, more was needed. I don't know. But I've got a simple, dare I say, redneck way of thinking about this. To have a bushfire, you need a couple of things. You need ignition, and that comes from lightning. We get dry lightning, and that will light the bush. There's nothing we can do
Then
to
you
stop
need bush,
the lightning from happening. The second thing, you need a source of fuel. And you've got, in Australia, we've got these gum trees and they drop their leaves and they dry out. And it's just like tinder. And if you don't clear the bush periodically, it's like just leaving gasoline out there. So it's
And
going to be there.
gum
And the
trees
third
are
thing,
protected, right?
gum trees are protected. You can't cut them down.
Yeah.
And the third thing is the wind, right? So if you've got high oxygen coming in, and we've had a lot of wind lately, that's going to make the fires more intense. So you've got your trifecta. You've got the ignition, you've got the fuel, and you've got the
The
wind.
perfect storm. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the fires will create their own wind as well.
Yeah.
Because heat rises just the same. It'll create a channel just like it does in the chimney in your fireplace.
Yeah.
And the hot air rising will draw even more.
Draw in
air
from the side,
outside.
yeah.
And then you got all
Yep.
the politicians that are creating more hot air and windbags and gas than anybody
I was
around.
waiting for it. I was waiting
You
for
knew it was
Lloyd.
coming, right?
Yeah. I was waiting for Art to type something like that,
Yeah.
actually. But
No.
yeah, it'll create
Speaking
its
of
own draft
politicians,
and feed
speaking
itself.
of politicians, though, what's this going on with going blowing people up willy-nilly? I mean, that's another whole debate we could have.
No, we only kill the
What
ones
are
that
we
need it.
talking about? Oh, yeah. And
Like,
it's
I
not
mean,
willy-nilly.
I don't want to get too deep into the politics, but from what I heard, your previous two presidents were given the opportunity. Do you want to go and do this over here? And they said, no, I'm not going to do that. It's going to go and start World War III.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not going to say I support the East Coast of politics, but that was probably not one of the smartest moves he's made. That's
Actually,
all
I
I'm
think
going to
it's
say.
Well, yeah. I think it's the smartest
disagree.
one he made.
I think it's one of the best ones he made.
Yeah.
Because the last time one of our embassies got attacked and called for help, nobody did a damn thing and people died. This time somebody attacked one of our embassies and he took the rat bastard out.
Yeah.
So
Did he say it was specifically in response to that?
yep,
No, it was
he
a
did.
target. Well, it was, but it was a target of opportunity too, because this is
Correct.
the guy.
Yeah.
Guy he took out actually was the mastermind of the Benghazi attack.
He's been the guy behind the scenes.
I've got to
for a
go.
while
My
on
doorbell
several
is
other
ringing,
things.
so I've
All
got to
right.
disappear. Doorbell. See you guys.
All right, take care. All right,
Good night, Greg.
good night, Greg. And let me bring us back to the two shot. Yeah, you can. There's going to be people who's going to argue both sides of that, and I can see
Yep,
where
sure there are.
other countries. I'm actually going to show this because I can show this.
I was going to show it too.
Oh, okay. Most of you guys, and those of you that don't, haven't figured it out, I am conservative. And Greg is a conservative too, but he has to look at it from a different perspective, of the world perspective. We live inside the United States. He lives outside. And unfortunately, I hadn't had a chance to really visit with him about this, to explain some of the situations, why we, Brandon,
Who are you, Brandon? First of all,
he's one of our followers. He's one of my followers. And,
Is
yeah. And the way I do this is right now I've got Mel in here, and I have a
but I
couple
should
other
have
guys.
been gone by now.
Yeah, you should be. I want to bring in a couple other guys, maybe. And are you leaving?
I can
Well, you don't have to.
anytime you want.
Well, no. This is
Yeah, I
I
really do have to.
well, okay.
I mean, I should, to keep my schedule the way I need it to
Right,
be. So.
right. So, and
do need
we've
to
done
get
a little over half an hour of the show now. So
Yeah,
if you want to
yep.
bail, I can carry it the rest of the way, or I can bring somebody else in.
That way it'll free up the slot and you don't have to mess around
Yeah,
with Skype
I don't
and all
have to
that.
mess with trying to catch somebody on Skype. So just whenever you're ready, you just let me know, and I'll just transfer. But, you know, I always appreciate you.
Well,
Have you decided when you're going to do your show next week?
I'm still getting more comments on the live stream from last night.
Okay.
And anybody that's here that may not have seen it, on my live stream last night, I did it a little early, and I did a sunset live stream. You know, speaking of that, I actually got a guy that commented and said, "What's to watch? Why the scene so long in one spot?" Type comment. And I said, Have you never watched a sunset video? You know?
Apparently not.
That was my
You know?
reply.
Yeah.
Brandon, don't
so-
get excited, calm down.
Yeah.
It'll work out here in a few minutes maybe.
Yeah. Just
So anyway, yeah, I offered, and anybody that wants to comment that didn't get to see my show last night, on my stream from last night, just go in the comments and would you like my stream to be at 4, 5, or 6 p.m.? So far, most of the people are saying 6. That way it's after dinner.
right.
I think if
right.
I did it at 4
Yeah.
and it's before dinner, they might lose their appetite. So they're saying do it at 6 for after dinner.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I don't think it was a troll, Tom. I think the guy was serious. I think he was truly serious. Like, what was the purpose of this? But anyway, what are you doing, Lloyd?
I was texting while you were
Making
call-
notes?
Yeah. Well, making
Oh,
notes and
okay.
doing some text and taking care of some stuff, and but I try, Brandon, and I know I want to have you on, but I try to keep with a certain format and people I know real well, and I'm just getting to know you. I will get to know you better with time, and I definitely want to have you on, but I want to be a little more prepared and okay. What do you?
LOL,
what did I-
Steve. Welcome back, Greg.
Oh, now you're back.
What's-
Okay. All right.
Did you see another
So-
squirrel?
Yeah, I did. Speaking of squirrels,
Okay.
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to put you on right there for a minute and
Uh-oh.
yeah, let you talk for
Okay.
just a second. And
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What type of weather do zombies like most? Cloudy with a chance of rain.
Oh, what kind of weather do zombies like most? Cloudy with a chance of brain. Uh-huh.
Oh, that is sad.
Okay. That's probably the worst one I've heard Alexa do.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody smash that like button for Mr. Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy vlogger. Hello, Brent. Welcome. I'm about to bail out because I got a new schedule now for
Yeah.
my working hours. And
Yeah,
Greg is working on getting his next guest up in here.
Yeah, but he'll have to wait until you leave because we got the one slot open, and that's part of the reason I need to get with you, Brandon. And well, you have to have the password, and you have to. I'll have to give it to you at another time because my guests that I've had on before already have that password, and I was just making sure that they were going to be available. So. So Mel, whenever you're ready to call it a night, you can go ahead.
sounds
And
like
then,
a good plan, Lloyd.
well, we got Steve Carpenter, Brent's Exploration, Thomas O'Sullivan, and oh, just so you know, those guys that won on my New Year's show. Mel, are you froze, or are you just sitting there staring at the monitor? I'm not hearing Mel. Okay. Anyways, the packages should arrive somewhere between January 17th and the 22nd. And, I guess Mel has already left, and I didn't get to say goodbye to him. Or he jumped the gun. So let me see if. All right. Video source. Okay. All right. You have a good night, Mel. And may have to. Art, you may have to back out and reconnect. Because all I've got is, let me do this. Let me switch to this, and maybe if I took that off. Okay, yeah, thanks, Mel, for coming in while you could. And as you guys can see, I've got a new setup. I'm following on with the, why is it, let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You froze up. You need to end, I think. I froze up? Art jumped the gun. Okay. All right. Yeah, you have to wait until I give you the go-ahead for the, because, let me see here. Art, go ahead and back out and try getting on again. So, and while you're doing that, actually, yeah. Oh, boy, I hate when things don't go the way they're supposed to. Anyways, guys, while we're trying to figure that out, I do want to. You guys have. Let's see, where's it at? There we go. You guys have heard me talk about Ranger, my dog, and you've heard me, talk about. You've seen him sometimes come into the office behind me. Well, he started limping last week, and I called Mariah. She's the little gal that ate that Vegemite and got sick on camera. Yeah. She works, she's got her bachelor's degree in veterinary medicine, and she's a vet technician going on to eventually become a vet. Phone said something just I was going to say. Anyway, she's wanting to become a vet. But anyways, she was, she said, bring him on over to my vet. And do what? No. Somebody block that guy, or I will. All right. I don't know what that guy was about, but I don't need his stuff. I'm not going to discuss that kind of crap on here. I don't know if any of you moderators saw that or not. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that guy is blocked. What's going on? Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, let me get back to where I was at. Our dog Ranger, stupid phone. Our dog Ranger was limping. So I called her and she says, bring him in. Well, the news isn't good. And this is an x-ray of Ranger. And this is the top view, and this is his left leg. And you can see the knee area there and see this little circle. Well, you can't see the mouse where my mouse is at. But right above the knee, you see a dark spot there. Well, this is what it did. He completely detached his lower part of his leg from the upper part, as you can see in that x-ray. But that said and done, oh, looks like we got Art in now. Okay, let me bring you in. Yeah. Anyways, that said and done with that picture was it's going to cost, yeah, and he's a big dog too. And we don't know how he did it, but it's going to cost, but, well, first they told us between 3 to 5,000. And that's why I was late going to getting back on Greg's show. And today they contacted the vet, and they finally got the vet cost down to 2,400. Now I'm trying to figure out where I can get that kind of money to, because he's not even 4 years old, and he's Judy's companion dog. He's actually her service dog, but they don't give support for service dogs, here in Oklahoma. And we've got the choice of either, right now he's limping along, and but yeah, it's $2,500 is a lot of money. For a dog. So you bring him to the vet, and then what? Yeah, they need to do surgery because that knee has completely, instead of it being a joint like this, it's more a joint like this.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, and that's what this X-ray was. This extended part down there is the lower section of the middle. That extended part should be connected to the ball up above, and it's not. So they do surgery. We took him to the vet, but then when they told us that, so we're going to have to either make the decision of either coming up with the money, or we're going to have him put down. And I just, it's just terrible. Yeah, but of course, as I said on Greg's show, I think about myself. When I had my shoulder surgery, what if they'd wanted to put me down for my bad shoulder? And their family. That's right, Chris. Their family, and to be honest with you, I didn't even want to bring him home, but they were trying to get it to so now I'm going to see, well, that's what I'm going to see if I'm going to contact the vet tomorrow, see if they'll do payments, or if I can qualify for some sort of payment.
Right.
Anything to help out would, I've even thought about starting a GoFundMe, but I look at GoFundMes as something for people that really, I like to, for humans, not necessarily for dogs,
Well,
And,
I think they've had some for pets, helped out people with vet bills like that.
Yeah, it is a tough decision, and I just, until I saw this X-ray, I thought, well, if it's not completely too bad out of shape, I'll just brace it. Yeah, he's the best dog we've ever had. I mean, he is just Bob's met him. He's a good dog. He's a bit of a mooch. Maybe that contributed to some of that.
Yeah.
And all right, Mel, thanks a lot for coming in. And they have dog insurance too. Yeah, I found that out too late myself. That about dog insurance. And if something happens and we have to have him put down and we get us another service dog, I'll make damn sure I have dog insurance. So, but so Art, I apologize for not being on your show yesterday, but my son called me, and this was part of my Christmas present. And it was a family thing, and besides,
No problem. I understand.
I got a lot of compliments about this
I saw
T-shirt,
that.
but I didn't know why until I saw the movie, and it's like, oh, that's why those guys were mentioning my shirt so much. It's part of the Easter eggs that's in there. So, Jim Boyd is in. All right. So, how was the? I got a question. Being as everybody kind of knows where we stand.
Right.
Hey, Drone Bum's in too. Man, I've got a record
Drone
crowd here
Bum,
tonight.
hey.
Man.
Yeah.
So What'd you think of Ricky Jarvis?
Well, I heard the audio of his speech before they got the whole thing started, and he was just funny. And I thought, you know what, he was spot on about that, about telling them, hey, you know, you're not that important. You don't need to spout off your political views. Just come up here, thank your agent, your family, your God, and get the F off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
yeah,
I
it's
just listened to
about
it.
time.
I'd been hearing about it, but I didn't hear what Ricky Gervais or Gervais, Ricky Gervais.
Gervais, yeah.
He's a guy that, boy, I mean, you could take him or I can take him or leave him. His
Yeah.
politics are always a couple of weeks ago, and it's already a proper member of the family. It's crazy how quick they burrow in. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my goodness, I've got Kelly from Ready Set Drone on tonight.
Oh,
Man, I've
Kelly
got
Shore.
yeah, Kelly Shore. Thank you, Kelly, for showing up, man. I
Hey,
appreciate you
Kelly, you
joining the
gotta
show.
check out my RoboMaster videos that I
Yeah,
posted.
you need to check
Yeah.
out Arch Robomaster. So I'm not going to get too far into that, but I got to admit he was. There was a lot of stuff he was smart on, and I don't
Yeah.
care which side of the aisle because you know I got people out here that are friends here in this audience that are on both
Yeah.
sides of this aisle, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole thing is Hollywood does think a lot of themselves, and I personally, it's
Yeah.
like, for example, we were watching the movie yesterday, and Scarlett Johansson. Before the movie started, they were showing the Black Widow coming out. Well,
Mm-hmm.
like my son says, he says I don't like her, but I enjoy her movies and her acting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I go to a movie to see a movie, that's all I want to know about. I
Yeah.
don't care about their politics because I'm not going to listen to them anyways because most of them
Yeah.
don't think the way I do. But
Mm-hmm.
that's good. You know, there's people that think the same way they do, and that's okay too. But I it's they've always been around. They've always done that,
Mm-hmm.
And I've said
Well,
for years, this is Hollywood getting back at us for the McCarthy era. You know,
well,
they're still mad about
if you
that.
now if you go way back to the golden age of movies and television, when
Right.
like Jimmy Stewart and uh, John Wayne, those guys were all conservatives, and now it just seems like 90% of them are just these left wing, well, end job. And,
Yeah.
and same with comedians. You heard what George Lopez said the other day?
No, I don't listen to him.
Uh, well, anyway, Iran has put an $80 million bounty on our president. And George Lopez said, oh, we'll do it for half that. I'm like,
That
come on. Just
okay.
go
Yeah.
out and be funny. Stop making an ass of yourself.
Well, and
I
that's it.
worked
You
in
know.
that business for 25
Yeah.
years, and it just really burns
Oh,
me
we
up
got
when I,
Metro drones in the house too now. Wow.
hey, good to
Yeah.
see you, Bill. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
We've got a lot of great people. Yeah. That was, one of the greatest comedians or satirist, I guess you'd call him.
Uh-huh.
And he was apolitical and he hit the nail on the head every time. And it didn't matter who was in office, he was always spot on. He kept it balanced. And
Mm-hmm.
he was a good old boy from Oklahoma, and that was Will Rogers.
Yep.
That man, he was apolitical. I mean, he had his beliefs, but he mixed
Yep.
with the Hollywoods, he mixed with any group of people. He was just a good old boy from Oklahoma, you know, and
Yep.
he just used common sorts horse sense, you know.
Mhm. That's right.
And I think that's what we're lacking. We don't see
Yep.
any comedy that uses horse sense. And even Rick Gervais, you know, he may have been spot on some of that stuff, you know, but he had to go and, you know, drop the F bomb, you know, because they think you got
Uh,
to have that in comedy, you know. And
yeah.
okay, that's your cup of tea, that's your cup of tea, but, you know, we could thank Red Fox and Richard Pryor for that kind of stuff. They were the ones who, you know, they're the ones who
Yeah.
started that really bad trend of
Yeah.
that
Well,
kind of comedy.
in the 20 years of comedy that I did, my set was more, based on innuendo. I
Yeah,
didn't have to use the F bomb. I
right.
might use it once, and that's it. I
Yeah,
don't need to say F this, F that
right, right.
every
Yeah.
5 seconds. So,
Okay, somebody else put that up there. That's fine. That held it for a second. I was going to okay it anyways when I saw who did it. Yeah, you know, and I don't think anybody out there would have a problem with, you know, with like that guy that came on and wrote that stuff up just a few minutes ago.
yeah.
You know, that was you know, everybody here that wasn't considered funny. It was considered rude, and not only that, you know, they were wanting to start a fight, and I ain't
Yeah.
got time for it, you know. So
Yeah, it was a troll.
it was. Hey, I feel privileged. I got my first troll. That is
Yeah,
my
there you
first
go.
troll.
There, wow. You're moving on up, Lloyd.
Thank you, Chris. I'm going to contact them. I was going to contact them tomorrow, anyways. Oh, I. Do you guys have trouble with your Siri or your Alexa?
Alexa,
Yeah, I
Alexa,
can't. Yeah,
Alexa, tell us the joke.
yeah. You ain't got
Okay.
what? How did she get that feedback? Because I'm not on a speaker. Oh, she's haunted. I got to tell you guys, this is a story that you're going to love. Okay, it's New Year's. It's midnight. The ball has dropped. The fireworks are going off, and I walk around to the other side of the bed. Judy and I were still awake. I wish her a happy New Year's. I'm bending down. I'm getting closer and closer. My lips are moistened, and I'm ready. Hey, wake up! Hey, what are you doing? Wake up! I jumped 6 foot in the air, and it was coming out of her echo. And it scared the living crap out of me. Needless to say, it ruined my New Year's kiss, and I was ticked off. What had happened is at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I set the alarm on her echo, and
Oh God.
yeah, I know. 'Cause two British guys are talking to me, through and telling me, and they're saying they're in the cupboard. You know, when I pass some food under, like I jumped up. I forgot that I'd set the alarm because if we fell asleep, I wanted to wake us up at midnight. I mean, it was just like I just right there, and all of a sudden, hey, wake up! What? I did, man. I jumped a foot in the air and then we just busted up. Sort of like you just did a few minutes ago.
It would have been funnier if the voice was like, I spike.
Oh, yeah, yeah. and I do a terrible British accent, but it's two Brits, and
Hey,
I
Mike, what's
yeah.
up?
Well, actually, that's sort of what they were. It's like, hey, mate, but it's, hey, wake up. What? I mean, I was just, and then, whoa, it was funny. It was, I had to tell you guys that. I thought,
That was
you,
funny.
that was a, that was a good joke on me. So I've got too much automation in this house. That's the problem.
There you
I got too many things automated, and every time I start my car, oh, there's Scott Fisher. Now, there's another person you need to go see. You guys need to go visit Scott's channel. I got to follow him from Jim the Video Call. If you guys have not seen either one of their channels, I'm recommending you go see both of them when every chance you get. Video Call-In Show, of course, Jim, he wanted some more time off, so he fell off the ladder. So,
Yeah.
some people for New Year's fall off the wagon. He fell off the ladder.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
yeah. But you guys get to, you definitely need to go check out their channels. And same with Kelly from Ready, Set, Drone.
Yeah.
And he just let me know that my SEMA, if you notice, I'm back on a winning streak again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Well, about a year and a half ago, every time somebody would have a contest, I was winning. And then I quit for a while, and I never won anything. Then all of a sudden, in the last 3 weeks, the significance of the 42, let me stand up.
Yeah. 40. Yeah.
42 years of Star Wars. It's hard to believe, but my kids got me this for Christmas, so I wore it. Plus, I went and saw the last installment of Star Wars yesterday. And this is an Easter egg. There's one little snippet you got to listen. As soon as you hear it, you go, I know what that's talking about. So, but yeah, it's been 40 years from start to finish of the Star Wars franchise. So,
Yeah.
and although it didn't really look like Star Wars, it looked more, on me, it looks more like Star Wars because it kind of stretches, Yeah, I got that. I got a Millennium Falcon, which I will not play the sound, but
Yeah.
but I
Cool.
will. This is actually a Bluetooth, and it just hooked up to my phone, so I'm going to shut it off. But I can use this for a speakerphone. So,
Oh,
anyways, they
cool.
got me that, and a calendar and some other stuff. So, and my son took me to the movie. So,
Wonderful.
42 is the answer to the galaxy. That's right. That's it. Yeah. People want to know what is the greatest secret of the galaxy? It's 42. That's it. Hitchhiker's Guide. Okay. Yeah, I have not seen that or haven't. That was 39, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. But anyways, we've managed. Art, I appreciate you jumping in here and.
Thanks for having me.
Well,
Fun.
yeah. And the meaning of
And
life.
I'll have you on Sunday.
Yes, you will. This Sunday. Who you got coming on Sunday? Anybody special, or did I miss
I'm
it?
working on it. Hopefully, it'll be Congressman Ken Buck, but hopefully, I'll know in the next day or so.
Well,
And then
I
have
will.
a couple other people that I'm going to line up for Sunday. So it should be a
Okay.
good show.
All right, good. Yeah, I really, man, I hated missing Sunday's show, especially when I saw your guest. It's like, "Argh." But I'll be honest with you, I got to spend time with my son, one of my sons.
Yeah, that's important.
And he was paying. Although I bought the popcorn and the pop, so it kind of worked out even. Well, if I'd have bought the tickets, I'd have got off cheaper. because I get a senior
Very
discount
good.
for the tickets. You know, I buy 2
Ah,
tickets, 2
yeah.
senior discount. He paid full price.
Yep.
But if you have not seen uh, The Rise of Skywalker, you need to go see it. I'm going to give you
No.
spoiler alert here, though. I'm going to tell you everybody dies. That's how they end the franchise. They kill them all off and they can't bring them back. Just that's how
Oh,
they
there
end
you
it. You
go.
know, what's a better way to end a series of 9 movies? Just kill off all the cast members and you're done.
There you
You
go.
know,
Mm.
no, they don't kill them all off. But I will do that, Brandon. Okay. But I'm not going to be doing it tonight because I only do a 1 hour show. And I've, this is not like, well, Jim, you do
Acoustic studio?
yeah. Well, no, Jim does a call-in show too, but he uses Zoom. And right
Oh,
now
yeah, video
I'm
call.
using vMix and Skype because Jim, have you been having problems with Zoom? I've had all sorts of problems with it lately, so he can put that in the chat. But anyways, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to wind it down. Just
And
like
no shout out this week?
do what?
No shout out
No
this
shout
week?
out of the week. I'm changing the format, and I didn't get a
Oh,
chance to do that. And until I get all my things working, there is not a shout out of the week this week. Yeah, that is something
okay.
you've realized I missed it. You're keeping me on my toes. No, I had not. I'd purposely not set one up this week. So as you can see, I've been working on my set. So
Yeah, it looks good. I
yeah,
like that.
I like this more laid back, just plain simple look,
Yeah.
you know. And
Hmm.
but yeah, no, you hadn't had problems with Zoom. Okay, well, when I did the update, all of a sudden it started messing with my vMix, but it might be the vMix just updated too. So I'll try it again. But right now, I've got to figure out why my Stream Deck isn't working. So watch, it'll start working as soon as the stream ends, and that's going to tell me it has something to do with the way YouTube's doing things. So,
Okay.
but we'll find out. So, did you get your vMix working yet, Art?
Yeah, I did get working. I've got a brandy new machine going. Everything is running really good.
Great, great, great. Excellent, excellent. So, all right, guys, I'm going to set the timer here, and I'm going to, let's see. Yeah,
All right,
I
I'll
appreciate
bump
that, but
out.
I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer, and I'll come back with a few words afterwards. And everybody, I want to thank you for showing up to my show. You could have been anywhere else tonight, and there were a lot of good choices tonight. But I appreciate everybody who showed up at my show, and Art, thank you for jumping in as a guest, and I want to thank Mel, and I want to thank Greg, who now we've got him doing video drop-ins, not just you know,
That's good.
not just phone
Right.
drop-ins. Now we got him doing video drop-ins. So, but anyways, when I get things working a little different, Brandon, I will definitely have you on. So just be patient, okay? But anyways, I will talk to you guys next week at this time, or well, at 7 o'clock next week, and I'll see you on your show at 2 o'clock Central Time, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and
Mountain
that's
time,
Art's Place.
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
Right.
and
3
that's
p.m. East,
3 p.m. Eastern, and
12 on the left coast.
on the left coast. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, you guys, everybody take care. And Art, again, thank you. And I will talk at you later, okay? All right, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me. Vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee, and I approve this message. Thank you. Okay, thanks everyone who joined in. Thanks to all my guests tonight. Mel, my co-host, and Art for stepping up to fill in for Mel when he had to leave. And of course, my guest, Greg, who we always enjoy hearing from. And I know you guys could have been anywhere, but I'm glad you were here. So you guys be safe, have fun, fly safe, treat each other the way you want to be treated, and be nice to everybody, all right? I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.